Although the Honor Pad 8 is fairly priced, it provides a lot of benefits. The performance is smooth, the screen is decent, and the cameras aren't too awful either. I tested the Pad 8, Honor's most recent tablet, before it was officially released at IFA 2022. How did it perform when we tried playing games, watching films, and using a variety of apps on this reasonably priced 12-inch device, with a vivid screen that supports over 1 billion colors? This tablet has a generally appealing appearance. For starters, the finish on its rear panel is unquestionably a wise decision. During my use of it, it remained astonishingly clear of streaks and smudges. When I applied pressure to both ends, there was little flex visible, and it felt fairly sturdy in the hand as well. There were a handful of issues, though, that prevented me from giving it my full endorsement. It does not have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and does not have an IP rating, to name a couple of things. Despite the fact that we've grown accustomed to this lack of smartphones over the past few years, I think it makes a tablet far less useful. While the jack might save space on a phone, it is less obvious whether this trade-off is worthwhile in the case of tablets. Having to switch your Bluetooth headphones between your phone and another device is a headache. On the other hand, the tablet has 4 speakers, which puts a more positive spin on its audio, and provides more all-encompassing feedback while playing music or making loud noises. The screen itself is decent, since it has low blue light and flicker-free certification from Rheinland, and is described by Honor as an eye care screen. These features are probably advantageous, especially if you use your tablet to read ebooks. I thought the resolution of 2000 by 1200p or 195 ppi density was a touch disappointing. When navigating the operating system, you can plainly see jagged edges and pixelation on various display areas, which takes away from the fun and immersion. Additionally, since this is an LCD display, you won't have the ideal contrast that OLED offers, which means the blacks here can't be as deep. Nevertheless, as the aspect ratio 10:6 is obviously well suited for widescreen content, it functions fairly well when used in conjunction with video. While the colors aren't as bright or the quality as crisp as it is on many smartphones, watching nature videos on YouTube was a very nice experience, and it holds its own against competing tablets at this price point. In general, the majority of casual users are unlikely to require their tablet to be a performance powerhouse. Since the majority of heavy mobile games are frequently better suited to the smartphone form factor, it is sufficient as long as most apps operate properly. Because of the Pad 8's Snapdragon 680 CPU, I found that it performed admirably with the majority of common apps. This experience really contrasts favorably with that of one of its competitors, the Samsung Galaxy Tab A8, whose sporadic stuttering annoyed me quite a deal. The Honor Pad 8 also has dual-band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.1, and comes with either 4 or 6 gigs of RAM, with storage remaining the same at 128 gigs on both models. You could be out of luck if you were hoping to transfer a lot of photo or video files to your tablet that way, because there isn't a microSD card slot for expanded storage. The operating system is Android 12 with Honor's proprietary Magic UI 6.1 on top of it. Since Honor has entirely separated from Huawei, its devices now include all of the Google Mobile services that were previously unavailable due to US restrictions. The likes of Facebook and Booking.com are just a couple of the pre-installed apps, but there aren't many of them to obstruct your progress. I did notice that there was a general scaling issue, with several program parts seeming slightly out of proportion for the screen. However, this is merely an aesthetic issue, and not a more severe one. Multi-window viewing, which includes a split-screen mode that is extremely helpful for multitasking between 2 distinct apps at the same time in a way that's a little more reminiscent of the desktop experience with a screen this huge, is a much welcome software feature. Fortunately, you can count on the Honor Pad's large battery, which has a capacity of 7250 mAh, to last you through an extended playback session. It should easily get you through a lengthy train or airplane journey without dying in the middle, making it a dependable item to bring along. In my experience using the tablet for various common tasks, it lost 8% of its battery life when watching YouTube videos on the big screen, but only 2% of its battery life when listening to Spotify music online. When you need to recharge that large battery again, the Honor Pad 8 has a 22.5 watt charging capacity. While that might sound like a respectable number for a basic tablet, it still means that charging will take some time to complete. You can imagine that a full charge is still going to be something you'll most likely have to leave overnight to be ready the next morning. If you forget, a quick boost in the morning will probably not get you very far. I plugged in the Pad 8 for a half-hour charging session, and it had topped up by 15% afterwards. However, this tablet actually does very well with this in mind, and will undoubtedly function effectively for its intended functions. Cameras are typically not tablets' top priorities, so we can be more tolerant about problems here than on smartphones. They might not make the family book, but given that you'll probably only use the tablet for special pictures, they make a perfectly good set of cameras. These results are actually not that bad for modestly priced tablets like this one, even though neither of the photographs captured with the rear camera nor the selfie camera are particularly strong by the standards of smartphones. Yes, the images are not as clear or bright as you could wish for in an ideal world, but at least they are not completely opaque. If you might be required to attend a Zoom meeting while you're on the go and would prefer not to bring your laptop with you, this device could be a good working companion. Video from the front-facing camera is also more than sufficient for making video chats. If you decide to get the Honor Pad 8, you'll probably enjoy countless hours of amusement because it excels in all the important areas for a tablet. Even while it doesn't have OLED-level sharpness or contrast, the screen is nonetheless big, vibrant, and has the right aspect ratio for viewing widescreen content. Regarding music, it has nice speakers when playing loudly. However, the absence of a 3.5mm headphone connection is a big oversight. Performance levels are good for a tablet of this price, and I didn't notice any stuttering or lag that I have on occasion with tablets of a comparable price. The battery also lasted a long time and charged very quickly. If you have a set of Bluetooth headphones, this tablet is a wonderful value for the money and would be a good purchase. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button under this video. It's very important for us. Have a nice day and see you soon.